Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's newest collective live stream. If you're new, welcome. I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, a tarot reader, an astrologer, and a medium. Stick around for messages for the collective that you may resonate with. Sometimes the universe doesn't speak loudly, it sends subtle signs, synchronicities, and moments of clarity when the timing is right. Tonight, we're tapping into the energy of the Temperance Tarot card to see what sign or signs from the universe may be forming in your life right now. So, welcome to tonight's late night tarot. I think it's actually after 2 a.m. So, I don't know who all is going to be live. I am available for live readings if you would like to book a live reading. I am also available for collective readings as well, or personal readings as well. I mean, let me pull up the collective portion, actually. Speaking of which, give me a second. Oh man, I just realized the thing's messed up as well. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. All right, so give me a second while I set up the other portion of the stream and we will get right to the collective questions. I hope everyone is doing well. There we go. Gotta make this shorter. All right, there we go. Yes, okay. Welcome, everyone to the collective live reading. Once again, we're going to be asking the question, what sign from the universe are you about to receive? All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Welcome to the live. Once again, if you would like to book a personal reading, you can text me at 703-791-9162. Shout out to the people who have been purchasing personal readings. You can also visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, if you would like to book a personal reading. Pick your crimson cream energy. Please text me your past reading. In Jesus' name I pray and pick you. Amen, amen, amen. Hi, Tawanda. How are you? Yes, hello again. I actually just did a predicted it video. So if you did not watch that video, I actually have not done a predicted it video in a while. But predicted it videos are a lot of fun too. Because we just have a lot of fun in Kiki, and it's just fun seeing what I predict because I predict a lot. And I ended up predicting Sinners winning 4 exact Oscars. And I ended up predicting exactly which type of specific Oscars they ended up winning. So definitely go check out that predicted it. It is a very good predicted it. Everything I predicted came true. So let's go ahead and get into the prediction for the collective in terms of seeing. Sorry, y'all. I just sprayed my spiritual spray. Hi, Derry Barnett. Hello, how are you? I hope pray all is well, my friend. I'm doing well. I guess I can't sleep. I'm not really tired, honestly, so I'm just here. If anyone wants to do a live reading while I'm here, I am available once again. If you want to do a personal reading, I'm also available. You can send your donation via the link in the chat, or you can send your donation via the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. Either one is fine. Just please make sure you put your question with your donation. So let's go ahead and get into the collective question, which is, what sign from the universe are you about to receive? For everyone in the room right now, Spirit, whether they're watching live or the replay, what sign is everyone in the room about to receive from the universe? Give us clarity and insight in terms of everyone in the room. What sign are we all about to receive, whether we're watching live or the replay? What sign is everyone about to receive from the universe? What synchronicities? What messages? What insight? What clarity are we about to receive? Give it to us, Spirit. Hi, Anonymous. Yeah, you can't sleep either. I can't sleep. I actually should take a juice shot. Should I take a juice shot? I kind of want to take a juice shot. Let me go get a juice shot. And it's not the type of shot you're thinking, by the way. Hold on. So I have been on a health journey of completely changing my diet and mainly eating salads, incorporating a lot of vegetables, and I found these shots of like cold pressed juice and vegetables. They're actually really good. I usually get the cranberry one, but these sell like hotcakes, y'all. Apparently, a lot of people like these. This is organic caffeine and DV vitamins. Pineapple ginger. I've never tasted this before, actually, so we'll see how this tastes. But it's for energy. It's almost 4 a.m. here, so my day is about to start, so I don't mind taking this. But let's see what's in it. Organic pineapple juice. Do y'all like pineapples? I'm not the hugest fan of pineapples. I feel like they're really too sweet. But the bromelain in pineapples is really, really good for digestion, especially digestion of proteins, which I've learned also is a big reason as to why some people have certain allergies. Are you digesting your proteins correctly? You may need to get some more pineapples or bromelain in your diet. Let's continue reading though. It says organic pineapple juice, organic clementine juice. I do love clementines. Organic ginger juice, organic green tea extract. I love green tea. Vitamin B6 and vitamin B12. Let's see what it tastes like. Hi, the Thelma Daniel, how are you? Let's see what this tastes like, y'all. I'm nervous. But I do like, I mean, it probably won't taste that bad. It smells citrusy. Has a citrusy aftertaste. A little spicy. Tastes like orange juice. I like it. Has a little kick. I think it's a ginger. All right. Whew. That gave me a little energy. Right, Anonymous? Anonymous says sounds yummy. Yes, child. That was good. It has an aftertaste, though. Woo, child, that is spicy. Let me take a sip of my coffee, honey. Wait a minute. That ginger is strong with a K. Lord. Not a T, a K. Kiss Way says reduces cancer cells. Pineapple is great. Pineapple is really good. Yeah. I didn't know it reduced cancer cells. All right, you all. Let's get into the collective reading. Remember, I'm doing live reading, so if anyone wants to donate for a live reading, send your donation with your question if you can. What sign from the universe is everyone in the room about to receive? Give us clarity and insight. What sign is everyone about to receive? You only like the shot in the morning? Yeah, I usually wouldn't take it, but it's 3:38 here, so I probably won't sleep. I have a lot of candles to update y'all. I did a lot of your candles are actually burning, but I have not sent you the emails letting you know that they're burning. So they've only been burning for a couple hours, so don't get crazy. But I did update some of you all before I left, so I do have to do that. I have some readings I have to do. I have content I have to put out. So, child, I'm gonna be up for a while. I already have my Americano, honey. So, good morning, darling. Just got home and having a glass of wine. That sounds lovely. I love that. Yes, glass of wine. Okay, let's focus once again. What sign from the universe are you about to receive? Let's get into it. Eight of emotion shows up. A lot of you have been feeling bleak, lost, maybe a little bit despondent. Just going with emotions, maybe on autopilot, some of you. But sometimes with this card, I feel like there's a big elephant in the room that's not being addressed. And it's the Eight of Emotions. So I feel like whatever the elephant is, it involves your emotions. There's something emotionally that you're not addressing. There also could be just something in general that you're not addressing, something that you're avoiding. Let's read the Eight of Emotions together. The Eight of Emotions. Because a black hole leads typically to nothingness in the technical scientific aspect, but let's read what the spiritual aspect means of a black hole in terms of Eight of Emotions. Because this is the first card right off the bat, child. I mean, something's going on, honey. And we need to get to the bottom of it. So let's read. Okay. Key words: walking away, healing old wounds and stories, choosing a better path for yourself, being disappointed, finding a better fit, letting go to make space for the new, the first day of a new life. This card says unveiling the sun. Okay, now I'm looking at the card differently. Now it looks like, is this an eclipse happening? Or is something being eclipsed out of your life? And maybe is it painful? All right? You know the interesting thing about the eclipse? I always associate the eclipse with the evil eye, right? You've got the center, you got the outside, which usually, it's blue, which represents the blue in the evil eye. The sky is typically blue during an eclipse, but I digress, right? Um Very interesting. Let's continue reading. This is about eclipse energy. The eclipse has unfurled its thickest protection, and it has blocked the blinding lights of illusion. It has lifted her strange sensation of being dulled and numbed, and stopped her false happy. So some of you were actually under a false happy. Something that maybe helped to upkeep or helped to solidify a sense of happiness that made you feel comfortable in the moment, but I feel like you've quickly grown out of that sense of happiness or what you associated that happiness with. It has cast everything with a sheen of honest magic, and for the first time, she has seen it all for what it really is. Like a switch flipped, she has dropped it all the baggage, all the lifetimes, all the tethers, all the broken dreams. Oh, how often she has stayed when she didn't want to. How often she has done so much for them and never for herself. She realizes now as she walks away just how far off course she has twisted and how much she has changed. Interesting. With this lifting of the spell, she can see everything in its lucidity. She asks you to bravely let go with her today, to cut the cords that need cutting, and to courageously choose your own self and your own love. Enjoy this shedding of escape and ease, not here on horizons it looms. She walks away and heads towards her life, a future of bliss and of blooms. Interesting. So one of the signs or one of the things you're going to notice from the universe is eclipsing something out of your life right now. Something that used to be associated with your identity in some way. That's no longer fulfilling. That no longer makes sense. That no longer resonates. That's no longer sticking in some way, shape, or form. An old version of you, I feel like, is also being eclipsed. The thing with this energy, though, is it can feel painful. It can feel karmic, especially with the number 8. And when I say karmic, a lot of, one way, it may be karmic energies when you ask yourself, what did I do to deserve this? Why me? That's karmic energy. That's a sign you may be dealing with some karmic energy, all right? With karmic energy, some things need to end at a certain time, and it's not up to you to determine that. It's up to Lord Karma, Saturn, the number 8, right? 8 of emotions. So something, once again, let's add a deeper layer to that. Something is being eclipsed out of your life, whether you like it or not. This is a sign from the universe. This is probably the first sign from the universe. This could be a job. This could be a person, a relationship, a place, a thing, a pet, a car, some combination of all of the above, a dynamic that you used to be a part of, a situationship, a hookup. All right. Something is being eclipsed out of your life, and for good reason. So that's the first sign you need to pay attention to. 4 of inspiration. This card is interesting because I always get like sisterhood vibes or like witchy coven vibes, like manifesting together. 4 of inspiration in this deck could mean investing in relationships and connections that help you get to your destination faster as well. Once again, which may lean into the energy of, once again, certain people, certain things being eclipsed out of your life so you can see what's important, so you can see what may be conducive to taking you to the next level, the next step, the next phase. Let's read the 4 of inspiration. Because, once again, there could be other people involved. Other people involved in some way, shape, or form. 4 is also connected to your social network. The number 4. So let's look at 4 of inspiration together, which would be the 4 of wands in a usual tarot deck. By the way, once again, if anyone wants to donate for a live reading while I'm here, you can donate via the link in the chat. Or you can donate via PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. Once again, and if you could please put your donation, or please put your question with your donation, that would be fabulous. All right, just to keep the show running smooth. All right, let's read the 4 of inspiration. All right. 4 of inspiration. Keywords: an event or gathering. So one signal may be, some of y'all may be invited somewhere once again. Maybe to connect with your tribe, to connect with people. Or maybe someone to connect with someone to bring you into a larger group of people. Interesting. Let's continue reading. 4 of inspiration, an event or gathering, time with friends and family, a celebration, happiness, a marriage or another important milestone, experiencing the sacred in your community. So there's an aspect of community here. All right. Being called to join a community, being drawn closer to a community, feeling more a part of a community. These are all signs you may notice. The opportunity for community. A gala of stability. Let's read. It says, one for each of four elements. This quartet of creators sits quietly, taking in the moment. The lights have been hung, and in a few moments, the moon, the sun, and the stars will align. See? And as they gaze into each other's smiles, the tears of joy begin to flood their senses. This is it. Some experience goosebumps, aka spirit bumps. I don't know if I like that word, but let's continue. And others feel their hearts expanding. As this milestone is one of those that need to be fully felt and remembered. The Four of Inspiration teaches us to honor the moments when we gather with friends and family and reminds us to celebrate our achievements. These times mark junctures of stability, community, and joyful ascension. Allow yourself to lean into these celebrations on the journey and ingrain them in your cellular memory. They are the glue of your story. A gathering of epic trust, of faith, and of love and kin. A gathering of epic must, the right as we begin. These milestones mark collective thoughts. Some lay the steps ahead. When true foundations build your home, love weaves a golden thread. Interesting. So one of the signs you're going to recognize from the universe is slowly your tribe, a lot of you, your tribe is going to slowly start to come together. I feel like first, and see, you have to look at this card. This is not a big, I mean, this sun, this eclipse energy is huge. All right? So for a lot of you, it could be something huge being eclipsed out of your life, something huge to you, or it could be more than one thing being eclipsed out of your life as well. In order to make space for new, though. All right? In order to make space for aligned, not misaligned. See, some of y'all have been tuned into the misaligned. The misaligned is being eclipsed out. What is being brought in is the aligned. People you're aligned with. That is a sign you're going to notice. Mrs. Linda says, I feel this. Yes. Now, this could also be connected to your money, entertainment. Once again, going out, being invited out. Being invited to a party, an event, right? Take the opportunity. That is a sign from the universe. That is a synchronicity. That is a message. There may be something there, a nugget there for you. Maybe you're meant to meet someone. Maybe you're meant to, once again, make a connection. All right? Some of you could be investing in group therapy of some sort as well. Group therapy, group supports, group spiritual therapy or group spiritual healing, group spiritual growth, community, once again. You just quit smoking, Mrs. Linda. Congratulations. Congratulations. That is a big deal. And it's not easy. So congratulations to you, Mrs. Linda. That shows you have a strong will. The Tower card. The Tower card. What sign from the universe are you about to receive? The Tower card. Something being shaken up. Something being disturbed. Something that you thought was one way, but it turns out that the universe may flip it on its head. It's possible that your concept of something shatters in order to see the reality of a situation, in order to see beyond illusion. Some of you had a perception of something or someone that wasn't true or realistic to the reality of what it is or what they were. So something, this may not be as a dramatic moment as you think it, as it may more so be a disillusionment. You become disillusioned by something or someone. You see the reality of someone or something for what or who they are. That's also a sign from the universe. This could be an old ideologies, old beliefs dying off, falling away. Once again, to make way for new ideologies or beliefs. And this could be like ideologies and beliefs that have been ingrained in you, that have been ingrained in that foundation of you. This could go back to your childhood. Feeling unworthy, feeling unlovable, feeling like a failure, right? This is restructuring those thoughts, restructuring those beliefs, getting to the root of them, rebuilding the foundation in some way. Interesting. Thank you. My spirit team is on my side. Yeah. Hi, Purple Frilly. Can't wait to order my full reading from you one day. Yes, I'm here, Purple Frilly. Which, by the way, that reminds me once again, if anyone wants to donate for a live reading before I sign off for the night, get your live reading in. We are halfway through the show. Y'all know once we hit that hour mark, honey, it is a wrap for me. So get your reading in before we hit that hour mark. If you want a live reading, I'm also available for personal readings. So, all right. But we've still got so much more to go. So stick around and continue to grab your snack, refill your coffee, refill your drink if you need to, refill your wine. All right. Hi, Ayana. How are you? Five of Voices shows up, connected to emotions. Interesting, connected to family. Old things that used to excite you, or that used to, I won't say old thing, I'll say certain things that used to excite you, that used to trigger you. And when I say trigger you, it doesn't mean necessarily like a bad trigger. It sometimes we get triggered in ways where it's like something or someone can trigger our weakness or our weaknesses, which is, I think, more what I'm trying to get to. Something or someone that used to be able to trigger your weaknesses. You know how, like, there's that person, that whenever, they hit you up, or, whenever they hit us up, like, we get weak kind of thing. Like, it gives that energy. They're not good for you. They're not going to give you what you want. But every time you hear from them, I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. Like, it gives that energy. Who sings that, by the way? I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. Is that Escape? But one sign from the universe that you're going to notice is what used to make you weak no longer triggers you as fiercely, or triggers you as strongly. Something or someone is slowly having a lessening effect on you. I'm doing good, Ayana. Thank you for asking. Something or someone is slowly having a lessening, specifically an emotional effect on you. All right. They're not hitting like they used to. It's not hitting like it used to. Someone's antics aren't hitting like it used to. They're not able to emotionally control you the way they used to, or manipulate you. SWV, got it. Oh my God, they have that song. There seems to be some insecurities about the way I feel, where I wanna be, 'cause I know with you, no one can do me like you do. Yes, SWV. They had some classics. All right, let's read the five of voices real quick. Hold on. All right, five of voices. Feelings of defeat, learning from lessons of loss, fighting, winning at all costs, a time to extend an olive branch, seeing what's really important, failure, being hurt, and bullying. I am going to win. I am the one who deserves this. It doesn't matter who gets in my way. Nothing will stop me. I don't care what it takes to make this happen. The muse of the five of voices looks down, reflecting back the ways we can miss what really matters as we strive to win. Sometimes we find ourselves falling victim to someone else's ambitions or iniquity, and other times it is we ourselves who are lost on the path to victory. We forget how we should get there, and we forego our better interests, our integrity, our balance, our humanity, in order to come out on top. Sometimes when we win, we lose. How do you want to feel at the top of the ladder you're climbing? Where does it really go? What costs are you paying to win? And what fallout is associated with these costs? Seek connection and trust and ascend with friendship, forgiveness, and deep compassion. When winning, your success resents the failure that it cost. How many broken stories forgive the pieces that you've lost? Interesting. Yeah, something doesn't trigger you as much. I feel like a dynamic that used to trigger you, this is just going to be a sign from the universe. It doesn't trigger you as much. You're not as reactive. You're not as impulsively persuaded. You're not as controllable as you used to be. You're not as predictable as you used to be emotionally. All right. Hi, Libra, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good night. Whenever you're listening or watching, we are here doing a collective reading. Welcome, 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 everyone. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, I am available. You can definitely check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Text me at 703-791-9162. Also, once again, if you would like to book a live reading, the link is in the chat. And also, you can donate via PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, on the screen. Oh, someone donated. Thank you to whoever just donated for a live reading. Thank you, Karen. I felt this one, and this is not even my reading. Yes. That's the point, child. Ace of Emotions. Ace of Emotions. Another sign from the universe that you're going to recognize is you feeling more secure in acting from a place of your emotions, from speaking and expressing yourself from a place of your true emotions. Your emotions come to the surface. You're no longer hiding your true self. And also, certain people may have this same energy towards you as well. Feeling emotionally vulnerable, open, feeling emotionally safe, right? Pay attention to who reciprocates those parts of you, because that's also a sign from the universe. Because once again, going back to the Four of Inspiration, this part of this is about finding your tribe. Platonic, romantic, and other, professional and otherwise. Knight of Materials. This could be some of you. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy between the ages of about 20 to 40 years old. This could be someone you end up meeting, definitely with whom there's an emotional connection or a sense of safety, a sense of emotional comfort, familiarity. There also could be an energy between you and this person where it's like your inner childhood selves could be able to come out and play. Like, I think that's the type of connection you need. A connection where your inner child feels safe to come out and play. All right. But your inner child that's been integrated into your current adult self. Of course, you get what I mean. All right. Page of Emotions. This would be a young person. All right. Definitely under the age of 30. Confused. Has a lot of anxiousness with them. Let's see what the next card is. Four of Emotions. One sign, one thing that you're also going to notice is for a lot of you who have been dealing with a lot of anxiousness or like anxiety, a lot of emotional turmoil or ups and downs, there's going to come a period where you're going to be able to decipher between your emotions and the emotions and energies of other people around you. Some of you have been carrying the emotions of other people and have not realized it. But there's going to come a sign or a synchronicity from the universe where it becomes apparent what is your energy and your emotions and what is actually other people's that you've been carrying. All right? We might need to read the Four of Emotions. Some of y'all also, there could be drinking, too much drinking maybe. That could be clouding judgment, could be clouding the mind in some way, shape, or form. Let's read the Four of Emotions. Maybe drinking to mask certain things as well, right? Keywords: missing out on wonderful things in front of you, boredom, dissatisfaction, seeking better opportunities, failing to see the bigger picture, a time for contemplation and meditation. She sits in a giant energetic cup, her fourth cup, her best cup. But when she counts her blessings, she sees only three. Other people have four goblets that she can clearly see, and here she is stuck in a life of three. She sighs, hoping she will someday find a fourth cup. She closes her eyes and asks the muse to help her find her magic blessing. No answer. Nothing but the waves lapping up against. Lap, lap, lap. What is it that they are lapping up against? The muse laughs and blows bubbles from below, changing the angle of the sunlight just a little, just enough for her to see her fourth cup in the glistening rays. Daughter, you are the fourth cup. In this way, the muse reminds you that you too are the blessing you're seeking. You are living within your own treasure chest, and you just need to change your perspective to see it. Interesting. Some of you are carrying other people's emotions. Some of you are carrying other people's issues. And for some of y'all, it's caused y'all to drink. It's caused y'all to do certain things that have clouded your judgment in some way, shape, or form, if it's not drinking. And to lose the plot. All right. But clarity's coming through. The devil card connected to beliefs, opinions, expansion, stepping outside your comfort zones, taking risks and chances. Interesting. This is reckless energy. This is rebellious energy. Some of y'all may feel compelled to rebel, be a little bit reckless. Um, hmm. Six of emotions, though, right next to it. Some of you may catch yourself in a moment of recklessness or being reckless and realize that you're operating from a place of hurt or unhealed childhood wounds. Ten of Wands, Ten of Inspiration. Hmm. And the Nine of Inspiration, the Nine of Wands. Some of you are reaching a point of your next level up. Your next level up in terms of your internal strength. A sign from the universe is going to be that you have incorporated the lessons, and the lessons become an inner fire that lights you up in some way, shape, or form towards change, towards taking your life into your own hands, your own accord, calling out the BS, saying what you will and won't do, stating what you do and don't like, standing on business. This is this type of energy. And once you reach this stage, once again, this is a sign from the universe that you're ready for the next phase or next era of your life. But what's also interesting is the Ten of Wands shows up and then the Nine of Wands. So some of y'all need to do releasing work in order to get to this stage. Some of y'all, once again, are holding on to things you need to release. I feel like the universe is going to show you signs of what and who you need to release. I see a lot of you actually deleting numbers in your phones, like unfollowing people. Like it might be that season. Love this true eye opener. Holy moly, I always catch the lab when it vibes with me. Yes, Khadijah. All right. I think we had someone donate for a live reading, so let me go ahead and get into the live reading. By the way, last call for live readings. Get your live reading in before I sign off for the night. I'm about to sign off soon. All right. Is Karen in the room? Karen, if you could put your question in the chat, that would be fabulous, please. So we can get to your question. Yes, I just blocked someone the other day and changed your Google Voice number. I did the same thing before I came on live. I didn't change my Google Voice number, but I'm pretty sure I blocked someone. I mean, it'd be like that. Sometimes you gotta block people, child, for your peace of mind. And to let them know you're not playing games and you don't want to hear you just don't want to hear them. Some people deserve it. Oh dang, I always do that. All right, let me switch this over. What sign from the universe? Got it. Let's get to your question, Karen. After a 40-hour block at work, I'll be sleeping tomorrow. I know that's right. I am the blocking queen. Yeah, me too. Me too. Sometimes I'll unblock people. Some people have stayed blocked forever. and won't ever be unblocked. It just is what it is. And the block list continues to grow too. How do you sign up for a reading? You can visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I'll put it in the chat. By the way, if you didn't see the predictive video I did earlier today for sinners, I would definitely check that out because once again, I predicted every single Oscar award that Sinners won last night. I predicted. So go check that out. It was a really good predictive video. Very detailed, and literally I predicted everything that happened for Sinners last night. So congratulations, Sinners. So Karen's question is, what sign from the universe will Karen receive that she needs to pay attention to or recognize? What sign or signs from the universe will Karen receive that she needs to pay attention to or be aware of? Give us clarity and insight. Khadijah says you also predicted me and my sister making up. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad to hear that, by the way. Night of Inspiration. Karen, I get an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo person between the ages of about 20 to 40 years old. I don't know if this is you or someone else. This person shows up in a position of leadership, masculinity, forward movement. They're definitely forward in general. Could be a little bit confrontational. I get the 3 of inspiration. A lot of fires so far connected to money, finances, and stability. This could be a domino effect. Are waiting for a certain series of things to happen connected to your money. This also could be multiple streams of income. 3 of voices connected to your thoughts. I feel like a sign from the universe you're going to receive is you being put in a position of having to make a decision that involves change. Or maybe having to make a decision that involves doing something you said you wouldn't do, you didn't want to do. Like there's something about that. But I get the Chariot card connected to emotions, family, home energy. This could be forward movement. But it definitely could be something about a sign or signal of forward movement, things moving forward that you'll receive around June or July this year. Particularly if you're planning to move or relocate. I don't know exactly, if that's something you're trying to manifest, but it does show up in that position, the Chariot card. And the Chariot card literally does speak of movement in terms of travel. All right. Karen says, yes. Okay, so you are looking to relocate. I do get a King of Voices, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Leo male. That could be important in terms of maybe romance, a romantic connection. This may be a sign you want to pay attention to. Or there could be romantic undertones with this person. I don't know if you're dating someone. Could have definitely masculine energy, but could be male or female. But they show up connected to purpose. So this could be someone important moving forward that you're meant to meet. Six of materials connected to work, job, routine. This speaks of alignment in terms of work, job, routine. This could be your current work situation. All right. You may notice signs of alignment around August or September, or maybe a new work situation may show signs of alignment, or work opportunity could show signs of alignment around August or September. Okay. Well, me and Karen must be aligned because I'm about to getting up to do the same thing. To move, to relocate. 6 of Voices connected to one-on-one relationships, business partnerships, possible marriage. This could be the last step you need to make a final decision relating to a relationship. Maybe to step off the boat, to step off the journey. Are you married? Are you dating someone? Six of emotions. Something may no longer resonate the way it once did. The devil card. Connected to opinions, beliefs, freedom, expansion, relocation. Interesting. Page of emotions. This could be maybe you, an old version of you, something that causes you anxiety, stress, maybe unless you have children. Ace of Voices. Something becomes clear to you, though. You gain clarity and insight through the chaos. So another sign I get is, whatever this devil card energy is, that definitely could show up by the end of the year, by the way, or around November, December. You gain clarity through the chaos, which is another sign. Especially if you read between the lines. Look at this light shining on the woman's also like crown chakra. You become enlightened. It's the job. Got it. All right. You become enlightened in some way, shape, or form. Uh, Dots are connected. The puzzle piece comes together, or the pieces of the puzzle come together fully. Three of emotions connected to social networking. This could be like people you work with, people you work around, or people around you you may need to be wary of. They could be draining. Okay. So it feels like things get intense for you going into the end of the year. That is also another sign. So pay attention to what that intensity, once you cross that bridge, is trying to teach you or tell you. Final card for Karen. With the devil card in that position, that usually speaks of misalignment as well. Guardian of thought. There's a man in this picture. So maybe this also speaks of the man or one of the men I was talking about in your reading. I think the King of Voices, maybe, which aligns with the Guardian of Thought. Thought would be voices or, swords. It says you may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or find one yourself. This situation involves someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. This person, who could be you, may be emotionally unavailable. All right. Is it too late to book? I was going to book a live reading. Yes, last call for live readings. If anyone wants to get a last minute live reading, get your live readings in. Oops. That's not what I meant to post. Before I sign off, because I am probably about to sign off within the next 5 minutes or less. So, if anyone would like to book a last minute live reading, once again, get your last minute live reading in. That is the link. Or you can send your donation to the PayPal Cash App Venmo on the screen as well. Let me. Oh man, I didn't post it. You have to actually find the product for the lives. That's the link I'm posting. All right, you guys. Let me get the final card for the collective. Dang, I wish I didn't have to type it. All right. What was the title again? Because it was a long one. What sign? What sign are you receiving from the universe? Collective reading. All right, let's get the final card for the collective. Let me know if you wanted to get a live reading, Libra, or if you wanted to get a personal reading. All right, let's get the final card for the collective. 4, once again, what sign are you going to receive from the universe? What sign, or what's the final card for the person watching this video? In terms of what sign will they receive from the universe? I'll take this one at the top. 3 of Abundance. It says, your passions will lead to your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, getting a mentor, or learning or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. That aligns with the social aspect, the finding your tribe aspect. Interesting. All right. That was good for the collective. All right, Libra, I will give you a few minutes to for your booking to come through. I do thank you all for joining me tonight. We do have Mercury going direct soon, thank God. This Mercury retrograde has been child. So we do have Mercury going direct soon in I think 4 days. So thank God for that. Yes, so much ego death. It was so emotional and transformative. It happened in your 8th house. Now you just need your shadow period to pass. I should look at what house is happening in my chart actually while I'm here. Because I never actually looked that stuff up. Thank you to whoever just purchased a live reading. All right, let's see. What house is it happening in for me? Mercury retrograde. It's happening in my 7th house. That makes so much sense. I don't have any planets in my 7th house though. But my 7th house is in Pisces, so that makes a lot of sense. Interesting. All right. Thank you, Michelle, for your donation. What is your question? Let me see if you put your question with your donation. What's your question? Once again, last call for live readings, everyone. Once I finish the last live reading, I am signing off for the night. So get your live reading in before I sign off officially, or hold your peace until next time, or get a personal reading. All right, while we wait for Libra Sun to put their question, I will be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay. Thank you for your question, Libra Sun. Let's cleanse the cards. Okay, so my grandpa's funeral is later on today, and both he and my grandma are now passed. How will it go tomorrow? I also see family members I haven't seen in a while and was on the best terms with. I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in peace to your grandfather. How will Libra Sun, Aquarius Moon's grandfather's funeral go today or tomorrow? Or how will the funeral go in general? For Libra Sun, Aquarius Moon, give us clarity and insight. I get the Sun card, so I feel like he will be given a peaceful send off, a loving send off. I feel like there will be a lot of love, passion, a lot of energy in the room. There may be a woman in particular that has a very heartfelt thing to say. Maybe that kind of brings everything together. I do get the Four of Emotions. It could be a little bit scattered. Maybe Mercury retrograde could affect it. Or, once again, funerals are very intense, very emotional. So it could also be maybe the person or people that put it together. Maybe they were grieving, or are still grieving. So it could be kind of wonky. Emotions could be a little bit all over the place. Hello, I will always be your 1111. Thank you for being here. I get the Six of Emotions. I think once again it could be an emotional energy. I think a lot of memories could surface. Maybe you might even get emotional. I don't know if you have to speak. I get the Ace of Materials connected to family, mother energy. Maybe someone places something in the casket as well, or he's buried with something that is meaningful to him. The Fool card shows up connected to childhood memories, purpose, energy, zest for life. I feel like the funeral is also going to represent an ending of an era in some way. King of materials. This could be the grandfather, or this could be someone who's next of kin to the grandfather. Maybe son, grandchild, something like that. That was closely related to the grandfather that could step up in his energy, his space. Five of materials connected to one-on-one relationships. Certain people once again may be grieving, so I don't know how much interaction there will be with certain people. I do get a Queen of Pentacles, a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or a Scorpio female. This could be someone who maybe is getting an inheritance or something, or is a benefactor over the will, or running things. Once again, the Ace of Inspiration connected to travel, relocation, expansion. Um, is there something about a repass or traveling to go to this funeral or something along those lines? The Empress shows up. I think he's gonna be greeted by the grandmother. All right, the Magician card shows up as well. So once again, I think a lot of energy could, be in the air. A lot of energy could be sent up in his honor. I don't know if you also come from a very non-traditional family, maybe, where, there's non-traditional ways of honoring the dead, but I get the Nine of Inspiration as the last card. Um I don't know how close you were to the grandfather, but I feel like once again this is a signifying of an ending of an era and a beginning of a new era for the remaining generation or generations, including yourself. So you also step into a new role in the family dynamic. His passing shifts everyone's role. All right. So that's what I see with that. Let's get the final card for Libra Sun. Hi, Aditi. Thank you for being here. You got the celebration card. I think ultimately it's going to be a celebration of life. All right. It says, "This is a wonderful time in your life. Difficulties fall away, and the light at the end of the tunnel is a star you can wish upon. The timing is right to make long term plans for a joyful future. The timing is right to make long term plans for a joyful future. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully." So I think it will turn out beautifully. It'll turn out fine. But yeah, all things considered. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening and watching, everyone. I enjoyed tonight's live stream, as always. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you have not already subscribed. And if you would like to book a personal reading, I am available for personal readings. Let me show you my website. All right. For anyone who wants to book a reading, this is my website, LamarTownsendTarot.com. Once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. You can scroll down and read reviews. Follow me on my social media pages where I do weekly horoscopes. And if you would like to book your own reading, go to the store section to view everything I offer. I offer quite a lot. I offer email readings, video recorded readings sent to your email, 15-minute, 30-minute, hour-long phone readings. I also offer candles, protection candles, open roads, blockage removal candles, success and love candles, birth chart readings, individual and compatibility birth chart readings, as well as 12-month ahead transit predictive birth chart readings. I also offer mediumship readings, past life readings, merch including handmade evil eye bracelets, tarot classes, astrology classes, custom candles, and so much more. If you'd be interested in any of those things, definitely check out my website. Thank you. You're welcome, Libra Sun. All right, you guys, I love you all. I will catch you all in the next video. Until the next time, Or I'll catch you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. Once again, I do have a new album out. It is called Witch's Anthem. So go check that out. It is available on all streaming platforms. I love you all. I will catch you in the next video. Love and light. Bye, everyone.
I'm the queen of the Nile. Watch me work when I'm sipping on my tea. I'm quenching your thirst. Simplify, I'm getting super high. My ancestors are royal. It's an eye for an eye. You've got what it takes to spin the groove. Put it on the dance floor and show me your moves. Welcome to my palace. Come bearing gifts. Don't thrust with your arms. Do it with your hips. Wear the finest linens when you're with me. Become my ally and your enemies will flee. I'm the queen, you're not. Try to take my crown and you'll be catching polka dots. I'm the queen of the Nile, and if I die, I'll go out in style. Tribulations and trials, and if I die, I'm the queen of the Nile. I'm the queen of the Nile, and if I die, I'll go out in style. Tribulations and trials, and if I die, I'm the queen of the Nile. Of the Nile, watch me work when I'm sipping on my tea. I'm quenching your thirst. Simplify, I'm getting super high. My ancestors are royal. It's an eye for an eye. You've got what it takes to spin the groove. Put it on the dance floor and show me your moves. Welcome to my palace. Come bearing gifts. Don't thrust with your arms. Do it with your hips. Wear the finest linens when you're with me. Become my ally and your enemies will flee. I'm the queen, you're not. Try to take my crown and you'll be catching polka dots. I'm the queen of the Nile, and if I die, I'll go out in style. Tribulations and trials, and if I die, I'm the queen of the Nile. I'm the queen of the Nile, and if I die, I'll go out in style. Tribulations and trials, and if I die, I'm the queen of the Nile.